Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to service my Exmark commercial zero-turn lawnmower. We're starting to get into the hotter months and I'm taking this opportunity to perform a service on my lawnmower. In this video, I'm going to perform an oil change, going back with the Kawasaki 4-stroke motor oil. I'm going to go back with the Kawasaki oil filter. I have a dual air filter that I'm going to install. I have a fuel filter. We're going to get this installed as well. And I'm going to replace the spark plug with a new one. So stay tuned to this video and I'm going to dive into servicing my Exmark commercial zero-turn lawnmower with the Kawasaki engine. So let's get started. So we're looking at the Kawasaki model number FX651V. And it's the Kawasaki motor on the zero turn. And first thing I'm going to do is just change the oil. So here we have a hose here running off of the back of the engine. We're going to open this up and let the oil drain out of this drain plug. I've already warmed up the engine, and that'll make the oil flow a little bit better when draining. Just take this 11/16 and I'm gonna just hold it here. I'm gonna take the 11/16 and hold it, and then I'm gonna crack open this drain plug. This black cap has to come out. And here on the bottom I have the oil pan. So I'm going to take off this black cap and just let this pour right inside of the drain pan that I have here on the bottom. So get a paper towel ready. And I'm going to take off this black cap and just let it drain. So as you can see, I took off the black drain plug. Again, just warm the engine up to operating temperature. Here on the side of the engine, we have the oil filter. I need to take this oil filter off. I'm going to put something down just to keep the oil from dropping down on the bottom of the mower. And I just want to catch this oil when it drains down from this oil filter. And we want this to drain right down into the oil pan. So I got this catch-all down. And we're gonna see if I can turn this by hand. And it's coming right loose. Just gonna let this drain. It's dropping right down inside of that aluminum foil. There's the oil filter. Just gonna pour it right inside of this drain pan. The hours that are on my mower, 95.3. So it's definitely time for an oil change. Just gonna slide this right out. Just let that oil drain right into the pan. Also, it's a good idea to take out the dipstick. It'll help it drain better. We're gonna go ahead and go back with the Kawasaki. It's a SAE 20 weight 50. It's a 4-cycle. So the engine holds 2.2 quarts of oil, and we're gonna just start off with 2 quarts. Check the level before we add any more oil to the engine. So we're gonna take our Kawasaki oil filter. I generally like to preload the oil filter before I put it back on, but since I have to turn it to the side, oil can run out. So instead of preloading, I'm just gonna put some fresh oil around the gasket, maybe just a little bit on the preload. So I'm gonna take my 20 weight 50. I'm just gonna pour a little bit inside, and I'm just gonna let that drain. Take a little bit of the oil and put it around that gasket. So next I can go ahead and screw it back onto the engine. I'm gonna screw it to it stops, and then I'm just gonna hand tighten it. That's plenty. So as you can see, this thing is finished draining. It's just down to a couple of drips. So now I can put back the drain plug. And next I can tighten it back down. I'm going to tighten it back down using this crescent wrench and my open box wrench. All right, nice and tight with the 11/16. I'm going to add my engine oil. And I'm going to try to do this without spilling any of the oil. And we're going to start out with 2 quarts. This thing holds 2.2. You can go with a 10W30 or a 20W50. So when you check the oil, you don't want to screw the cap down. You just want to set it down on top. Pull out the stick and check it, okay? So what I generally like to do is just let it run for a few minutes, then let it sit, and then recheck the oil. So I'm gonna let it run for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then let this thing sit for about 5 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna recheck the oil. If I need to add any oil, if I need to add any additional oil, I'll just add some of this 10W40. I'm just gonna crank it up and let it run for a few minutes and let the oil circulate, and then I'll recheck it. I'm going to take my old oil and just pour it in this container, take it up to the parts store, and they'll recycle it. And that's the thing about doing your own oil change. You know it's done right. So next I can go ahead and check the oil level. Wipe off my stick. Just sit the cap in there, don't turn it. Pull it out. And right now it's showing full. So I'm going to change out the air filter. We're going to go with the new air filter. I'm going to open this up. Pop off the side. Got a lot of dust in there. We're going to clean that out. Pull out this dirty air filter. This thing is really nasty. And we have an inner air filter as well that we're going to change out. I'm going to take my air hose and just blow out some of this dust. I'm going to compare it to the old one, and the one that I took out looks pretty good, but I'm just going to go ahead and change it out. Take a flashlight, make sure that it's in there properly. Next, I could take the outer air filter, push it in till it's nice and snug. Next, I can return the cap that goes over the air filter. Snap the cap back on. To change out the spark plug, it's got a little boot cover over the plug on the side of the engine. Okay, pop off that spark plug boot. And now I need a spark plug wrench to take out the spark plug. And I'm just going to bag this spark plug out. And there's the spark plug. So we're going to look at this spark plug. BPR 4ES. And we're going to go back with NGK. Next, I'm going to screw back in the new spark plug. Screw in the new spark plug. Just tighten in the new plug. Remove the spark plug socket. And next I'm going to slide on the spark plug boot. Push it on. So I'm going to take my keys and just verify that it starts. Next, I'm going to change out the fuel filter. And the thing about these fuel filters is that it has an arrow on the side of the filter to let you know which direction that the fuel runs. So it's kind of hard to see, but the arrow goes toward the white plastic. So it comes in off the clear side and comes out of the white plastic. So to change out the fuel filter comes in from the fuel tank and it runs into the engine. So the first thing I need to do is turn off the fuel. It's a little valve. It's kind of hard to see. Little red valve. I turn it a quarter of a turn actually. And it goes against the fuel line. If it goes with the fuel line, it's open. If it goes across the fuel line, it's closed. I'm going to place a microfiber towel just to try to catch any other fuel that runs down. Just going to catch a little microfiber towel. The fuel line is off. Next thing I need to do is take off this little clamp. To do that, I'm using some needle nose pliers, and I'm going to squeeze this clamp, slide it down the hose. Next thing I can do is unscrew this fuel filter. So once I pull this off, fuel is going to try to run. So I'm gonna get my new fuel filter ready. It's got an arrow here on the top to tell you which way the fuel runs. So the fuel comes in from the clear side and comes out on the other side. So when I take this loose, I'm just gonna plug it in to try to keep fuel from spilling. It's kind of hard to see. Here we go. And I'm just gonna plug it in to the new filter. Just like that. So far so good. I'll take my needle nose and slide it down, back down. Try to slide it back down the hose all the way to the end. So far so good. Next I need to take off this other clamp, slide it down. I'm going to use these pliers because it has a fatter head. Squeeze on that clip, slide it down. Slide it down. Next, I can take off this old fuel filter. Here we go. There's the old fuel filter. Going to take the other end, slide it onto the new filter, just like that. Want to take my pliers, slide up this clip. Reposition, work it down to the end. A little bit farther. Try to get it close to the filter as possible. There we go. So now that I have the fuel filter installed, I need to turn on the fuel line, quarter of a turn. And I felt it snap back in place and is in line with this, with the fuel line, okay? So the fuel shut-off valve is now open. I have the new fuel filter onto the mower. Next, I'm gonna crank it up and see if it'll start. I'm going to remove this towel. I'll start it up, see if it'll crank, and check for any leaks. Here we go. And this will complete my servicing video on how I service my Exmark zero-turn commercial lawnmower with the Kawasaki engine. Looking at the spark plug looks pretty good. It doesn't look bad. Part number BPR4ES. I went on to change the spark plug on here. Change the fuel filter. This thing hadn't been changed since I purchased this lawnmower. Change both air filters, the inner and outer air filters. And I went back with a new oil filter and this Kawasaki 20 weight 50, okay? You could actually run the 10W40, but if you're really pushing it more, if you're doing a lot of yards, if it's really, really hot out in the really hot climates, it's probably good to go back with a 20 weight 50, but a 10W40 does work. This particular mower holds 2.2 quarts of oil. So we got new oil, we got a new filter, we got fuel filter, spark plug, and we have the air filter changed. So stay tuned to this video. I'm gonna do a part 2 showing you how I remove the lawnmower blades, show you how I sharpen them, and how I reinstall them, as well as balancing the lawnmower blades as well. So stay tuned to a part 2 video. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, don't hesitate to put it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you a little bit later out here in the Caliente garage.